An extraordinary royal journey. Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco traveled to Carlat and Calvinet in Cantal for a moment of history and remembrance in May 2014. Discover the behind-the-scenes stories, the emotion, the symbols, and the legacy of this memorable visit, which continues to resonate today. Imagine a day where history and current events meet in an atmosphere steeped in symbolism and memory. May 15, 2014, a date that might seem ordinary in official calendars, nevertheless marked an exceptional encounter between the Principality of Monaco and a French territory with a rich past, the former county of Carlades, nestled in the heart of Cantal. On that day, Prince Albert II of Monaco and his wife, Princess Charlene, paid a memorable visit to Carlat and Calvinet. A visit where stones, memories, and royal gestures united to bring centuries-old history back to life, while paying tribute to a universal figure, Nelson Mandela. The setting for this day was deeply rooted in French heritage, but the significance of the gestures went far beyond that, resonating like a bridge between generations, between peoples, and between continents. When they arrive in Carlat, a small village that might seem inconspicuous at first glance, the princely couple don't just come to greet the locals. They come to reconnect with a centuries-old history. Carlat is no ordinary place. Long ago, this territory was a center of power, a fortified bastion that played a significant role in the history of the Kingdom of France and the House of Monaco. It is still said that the Rock of Carlat, overlooking the valley, was a place of prestige but also of struggle, a feared and coveted military site. It is this same heritage that Prince Albert II wished to highlight through this visit, recalling that the history of Monaco is not limited to the Mediterranean shores but also has its roots in the Auvergne region. But the event wasn't just a journey into the past. On May 15, 2014, Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene also unveiled a plaque at the Nelson Mandela School. A simple gesture, yet one laden with immense symbolic weight. By paying tribute to the great South African leader, a figure of reconciliation and the fight for human dignity, the royal couple connected Carlat to South Africa, Charlene's native land. It was a moment when the princess's personal roots blended with those of a French community, when local history opened up to the universality of Mandela's message. One can imagine the emotion of the locals, witnessing an inauguration that reached far beyond the local context. The day continues in Calvinet, another gem of this historic county. Here again, memories of the former county of Carlades come alive. This ancient territory, which was gifted by Louis XIII to Honoré II of Monaco in 1643, has since linked the House of Grimaldi to these French lands. Each visit is an opportunity to recall this unique connection, where Monegasque sovereignty finds a symbolic extension in the Massif Central. For Albert II, who sees himself as both guardian of traditions and promoter of a sustainable future, these moments are essential. They illustrate the continuity of a dynastic history, while reaffirming Monaco's place in the concert of nations. The residents of Carlat and Calvinet still remember the excitement of that day. The decorated streets, the smiling faces, the sometimes long wait to catch a glimpse of the royal couple, all combine to make this visit a moment etched in the collective memory. For many, it was not just a formal visit, but a recognition of their history and heritage. Prince Albert, true to his custom, took the time to chat with the residents, shake hands, and listen. Princess Charlene, often perceived as discreet, won hearts with her simplicity and warmth. Beyond the pomp and symbolism, this journey also reveals a political and cultural commitment. Reviving the former county of Carlades is a reminder that the ties between France and Monaco are not limited to their geographical proximity to the Mediterranean. It is a way of inscribing these ties in a deep historical context, in a territorial network that extends far beyond the principality. By unveiling a Nelson Mandela plaque, the princely couple is also anchoring this territory in a global context, reminding us that the legacy of great universal figures can resonate even in the most remote villages. This May 2014 visit remained a unique interlude, but it also represents a continuation of Albert II's approach. We know his attachment to memory, his commitment to the environment, his concern to constantly recall Monaco's roots while projecting his country towards the future. Charlene, through her personal story, brings an additional dimension, linking the Principality and France to South Africa and its struggles. Together, they present an image of modernity rooted in tradition, a subtle balance between memory and the future. Retracing that day, it's impossible not to see how important symbolic gestures are. Each plaque unveiled, each school visit, each handshake weaves a narrative larger than that of the personalities present alone. It's the story of a people being recognized, of a history coming back to life, of a bond between generations. The children of the Nelson Mandela School will undoubtedly never forget that moment when a prince and princess came to their village to remind them that their school bears a name that embodies freedom and courage. 10 years later, this memory remains vivid, and it still challenges us. In a world where royal figures are scrutinized, criticized, or admired, these local visits, imbued with simplicity and solemnity, show how the monarchy can still play a role in connecting, embodying, and remembering. The question then remains, and it is a burning one: in an uncertain future, marked by social, environmental and political challenges, will the monarchy be able to maintain this role as a bridge between history and the future, between the local and the universal, between peoples and symbols?